The luxury fashion world is collapsing and nobody wants to say it out loud, but today we're going to unpack it. Why Chanel, Dior, Gucci, Louis Vuitton and more are in serious trouble and how greed quietly ruined everything. This isn't just about price increases or TikTok trends, it's about power, psychology and a market crash that's already started. Let's get into it. Right now, we are witnessing one of the most fascinating cultural shifts in luxury history. Because for the first time in decades, the wealthy are pulling away from luxury brands. And it's happening quietly, behind closed doors, private showrooms, and exclusive appointments that aren't getting posted on Instagram. And here's the hook. This was inevitable. Luxury lost its exclusivity when it became obsessed with virality. The moment your brand's identity depends on influencers unboxing your products for millions of followers, you've traded prestige for popularity. And there's a cost to that. Let's talk about the psychology of status symbols. Human beings have always used objects to communicate hierarchy. In ancient Rome, purple dye was reserved for emperors. In 18th century France, only nobility could wear certain fabrics. And in the early 2000s, a Chanel flap bag or a Louis Vuitton monogram tote meant you'd arrived. But what happens when everyone has access to those symbols? They lose their power. And for luxury brands, power is everything. Right now, Dior has raised prices on its Lady Dior bag 6 times in less than 3 years. Chanel's classic flap now costs more than a small car. Louis Vuitton is selling canvas bags at Hermès price points. And while their revenue numbers still look strong on paper, the reality is the market is softening. The auction houses are the first to feel it. The resale market is slowing, and Gen Z buyers are not loyal to legacy brands. Let's be honest, nobody wants to pay $13,000 for a bag that's been gifted to influencers for free and posted all over social media. The psychology of desire doesn't work like that. What's abundant loses value. What's seen everywhere stops being aspirational. And that's why quiet luxury has exploded. The rise of the Row, Loro Piana and Bottega Veneta isn't just a style preference, it's a cultural rebellion. It's wealthy consumers rejecting logo-driven marketing and reclaiming discretion. Because in 2025, what nobody else has is the new status symbol. We're also seeing this collapse in the designs themselves. Chanel's recent collections have felt recycled. Dior's ready-to-wear has struggled to connect emotionally. Gucci is desperately repositioning under Sabato de Sarno, and while the collections are clean, they lack the cultural authority Alessandro Michele brought. Even Louis Vuitton's menswear under Pharrell has been more celebrity spectacle than genuine innovation. What stood out at the recent shows wasn't what was on the runway, but what was missing. No risk, no rebellion, no cultural storytelling, just safe, Instagram-friendly pieces meant to sell quickly. And that's dangerous for any brand claiming to define luxury. The truth is, luxury today is suffering from overproduction and under-inspiration. And you can see it in the audience. The front rows are no longer private clients and couture collectors. They're TikTok stars and content creators flown in to post one reel and leave. And when your most loyal clients feel replaced, they quietly disappear. There's a reason old money circles in Europe and the Middle East are shifting back to custom atelier orders, vintage archives, and niche brands. Not because they can't afford Chanel or Dior, but because it no longer communicates the status they seek. And here's the final point. This collapse was fueled by greed. Greed for scale. Greed for influencer validation, greed for quarterly growth at the expense of craft, storytelling, and cultural meaning. Luxury isn't supposed to be for everyone, and the brands that forgot that are the ones now in trouble. If you want more deep dive analysis like this and the insider stories no one else is telling you, follow stat@GTWJMag on Instagram. This isn't just a fashion channel, it's where fashion thinks deeper, and you're going to want to be here for what comes next. Because trust me, the quiet takeover of luxury is already underway. And the future doesn't look like what you've been sold. And while the headlines might still be bragging about record profits and waiting lists, the truth is happening behind the scenes. Private clients, the ones who used to quietly drop $300,000 in a boutique without posting it on social media, are moving differently. They're turning to independent ateliers, family-owned maisons, and archive pieces with history. because you can't buy true exclusivity when it's marketed to the masses. Let's talk about what this means on a cultural level. Fashion has always been a mirror, and right now that mirror is reflecting something uncomfortable, our obsession with spectacle over substance. When brands prioritize viral moments over legacy, you create a market built on hype cycles, and hype burns out fast. Look at what happened with Tarte Cosmetics and their influencer trips. The extravagance didn't inspire loyalty, it created skepticism. The same psychology applies in luxury. And the collapse isn't just financial, it's emotional. Luxury used to evoke desire, mystery, and the unattainable. Now it's a marketing strategy. And the brands chasing short-term virality are the ones losing long-term cultural relevance. You can even see it in the celebrity styling. Gone are the days when A-listers would wear bespoke haute couture. Now it's about dressing influencers for clicks. The outfits aren't memorable because they aren't personal, they're content. Remember when Kate Blanchett would show up in an archival Jean-Paul Gaultier, or when Tilda Swinton wore custom Haider Ackermann that no one else could get? That was fashion as storytelling. Today it's styling for the algorithm. But here's the twist. There's power in the collapse. Because when institutions fall, space opens up for new voices, new houses, new ideas. The next era of luxury won't be built on logos, it'll be built on meaning. And the brands smart enough to understand that will quietly win, while the rest scramble for viral moments. We're already seeing it. The Rose minimalist collections are consistently selling out. Loro Piana's $6,000 cashmere coats aren't hanging on shelves. Vintage Galliano Dior pieces are fetching triple their original prices because they can't be replicated. And niche brands like Delcourt, Peter Doe, and the Attico are building cult followings without begging influencers for unboxings. Because the future of luxury isn't louder. It's quieter, rarer, and deeply personal. And that's exactly what we cover here on this channel. The stories behind the labels, the psychology behind desire, the cultural undercurrents shaping fashion's future. If you're still watching, you're one of us. Hit subscribe, follow GTWJ Mag on Instagram for daily insider breakdowns, and head to GTWJ Mag for deeper essays you won't find anywhere else. Because while the rest chase trends, we chase meaning. And trust me, this luxury collapse is only the beginning.